Wait. Ooh, rewind the tape. Welcome back to episode 2 of the miniseries within a series of Wait, Rewind the Tape does the Avengers. So this week we are on Age of Ultron. And I think last week, Ruth, you did say that this was the worst one out of the 4.
According to Rotten Tomatoes, not me.
I'm inclined to agree with that.
What?
I definitely thought that the first Avengers was better than this one.
Okay,
Apart from the only redeeming quality in this is obviously Wanda. But even Wanda doesn't we'll get to it, I guess, later. I'm already seeming into the end.
Okay.
But
I did. Jonathan, my little brother, sorry, I shouldn't say names. I keep forgetting. He was talking about, he went to see the first Avengers in the cinema, and he was like, you know how I said maybe it was had to be there moment. It was he said that at the end of the film, people stood up and clapped, and during the film, people were laughing and cheering, it was a real big event. Yeah. And he says that that's one of the the best Avengers films, and I'm just still after screaming I'll never watch that film again last week. I did skim through that film again. I didn't watch the whole thing, but I did watch it, and it's definitely, I think my mood heavily affected the way I viewed it. It wasn't as bad as I thought. I'm just not gonna lie and say I loved it, because it's just not true. And also I've been watching all of the Avengers films in order, release order.
Marvel films, not just Avengers. Or are you only watching the Avengers?
No, I'm watching, but they're all Avengers.
They're all just Avengers at this bit. Yeah, it's not until you're getting the Guardians and the
Guardians is phase 2, and so is there's another.
Yeah, but we're in phase 2.
Yeah, but I thought the Guardians was phase 3. I didn't realize.
No, there's a second Guardians, isn't there? That's phase 3.
Yeah, but I thought 1 was phase 2.
Right.
Oh my God, I rewatched that film. Like I said, I love that film so much. It still holds up. It's such a good film. But yeah, I watched them all in order, and I feel like my assessment was kind of correct. I have some surprises for you. Iron Man 1 and 2, as I remember, solid films, really enjoyable. Iron Man is a really good character, because he's I know it sounds weird, but you don't have to like him to love him, if that makes sense.
Oh wow.
I enjoy that.
If that isn't finding its way into a song, if that isn't a lyric.
No, honey, I am done.
Not
loving people I don't like.
You don't have to like him to love him. I totally understand what you mean, because I don't like him, but
his films are a joy to watch. It's the same way not as good, I'm not gonna lie. But the Iron Man franchise is kind of like the James Bond, but the Daniel Craig version.
What?
Not as good. I'm not gonna lie, not as good.
What a comparison.
But I just mean I don't typically like Bond films. I'll watch them, don't get me wrong. I feel like it's like a part of life. You just have to watch them. But
You've got to get through them.
You have to watch them. But I
wouldn't you enjoy them at the time? Yeah, at the time.
No, but a lot of the times, no. I've sat through so many Bond films, so I got to the end, I'm I couldn't tell you what just happened. That was shit to me. I'm just okay, great outfits, great looks. Plot, couldn't tell you. Song, memorable.
Yeah. Opening credits, all I can think of.
But the Daniel Craig Bond films are pretty decent. But the last one, it's on paper, I shouldn't like this. Why do I love this film?
Yeah, you told me that I had to go and see it at the cinema. I didn't, but I should watch it.
Yeah, but I feel like you'll be because it's really action heavy. But I think it's the same in Iron Man. They do a few, I hate to be that person, they do a few sequences which are it's when would you ever get to see that? So it's watching it, and it's not like real life, so it's not scary. You probably would see that in a war zone or something.
Right, yeah.
But in Iron Man 3, I'm not going to do this thing, don't worry, listeners, we'll go back to
Iron Man 3 already.
That's phase 2, because Iron Man 1 and 2 were the first films to come out.
What?
Yeah, when Iron Man 1 and 2 came out, I had no idea they were doing an Avengers thing. I was like, okay, they're bringing out the Iron Man films.
Do you think they knew?
I think so, because by the time they did the Hulk, I think they knew, because Universal, I think they acquired the rights for all of those characters.
Okay.
So that was already going to happen.
Done deal. Yeah.
But when we went to see Iron Man 1, I remember being so surprised that I liked it, that when Iron Man 2 came out, my dad was like, "Oh, do you want to come?" I was like, "Yeah." Like it was like a whole thing. But like, it's exactly like I remembered. It's like, I can't tell you why it's good. It's not like the plot is so great. It's just enjoyable to watch.
That's every action film ever, though. It's not every action film for sure. Not all action films are good, but that's the premise of an action film. You're going for just kind of like switching off. It's not designed to like really make you.
But you do have to have, like, I know it sounds silly, but you have to have fun while you watch it, or you have to see something that's not. I know it's not believable. This is what I liked about the last Bond film. Like, the fighting, it's like not believable. It's not completely just like, I can believe that someone could be trained. Don't laugh. I can believe
the amount of times you said believable. It's not believable, but it's not believable. You know what I mean? Like, it's not like totally unbelievable. I believed it.
I did. I believed it. It was like the fighting was like, not me saying believable again. It was like, I can see how someone, if they were really, really well trained, could actually fight like this. Like, it's not too crazy. Whereas films like, I've talked about it last week, the Bourne trilogy just pisses me off. I'm like, I don't believe a goddamn second of this film. But the plot was at least good in the first two Bourne films. Sorry, we've gone so off base. But basically, I've watched them in order, so I had to skim through the last one again. It was not as bad as I thought. Samuel L. Jackson, I know I should call him Fury. Sorry, Fury. I'm sorry, but
you know his name, yeah.
No, I know his name. I don't know his first name.
Nick.
Do you know what I want to call him? Tom Fury, because of the boxer. That is his name, right? Oh my God.
I don't know.
He's a really famous boxer. The Gypsy King. You know him. Oh my God, that's not him. Okay, so what is his name? Everybody's probably just like, how can you not know this? He's like arguably the most famous boxer in the world.
Of recent times.
Tyson Fury. Tommy Fury is his brother that was on Love Island. He also boxes, to be fair. But it's just like, it's not the same.
I can see the confusion.
Yeah. I also keep thinking that the Peaky Blinders are called the Furies, but they're not. Anyway, Samuel L. Jackson's character is very funny. And the only thing I will say is it's a shame in Age of Ultron he's in it less, because you do kind of miss him.
And it's very random. Just like, oh God, now let's just get him in. Obviously, I understand why he's there and he needed to be there, but it just feels very like, convenient.
Okay, that's what I wanted to say. The surprise is I hate to say it. I knew it was going to happen. Honestly, as I pressed play, I was like, I bet I'm going to enjoy this. I enjoyed the Captain America. I enjoyed Captain America. Like, I enjoyed them. And not just because he's hot. Like, he in the first film, he really did perform. He can really, I know he's an actor, but he can really act.
But can he dance? That's the thing.
Honestly, I would believe it now I've seen it. I have been brainwashed. Captain America is for sure American propaganda, no doubt, but it's still enjoyable. And I would say that the Avengers series 1 and 2 doesn't make sense without Captain America is this, not the first one, the second one is like so
Winter
much a part
Soldier,
of the story.
I feel like I need to, and also for Infinity War, like Civil War, because I didn't know when I came to Infinity War, the fact that Tony Stark and Captain America just aren't talking. It's kind of like, ooh, what happened? I don't know, because I didn't watch the. That would be after this film. That's the next Captain America film. So I
I would recommend getting them both done.
Yeah, Winter Soldier is the one with Bucky, right? But again, you need to have the backstory to understand.
Oh my God, Bucky, our favourite. Once Upon a Time.
Sebastian,
the Mad Hatter.
The Mad Hatter.
He is. I know I said this about everyone, but he's in real life. He's hot. Like he's probably my type. Yeah, absolutely.
I like how he's probably my type. Absolutely your type.
No, without a doubt, your type. I would say Loki, then him is your type. 100%.
That is.
Remember when you said Thor was hot and I almost died of shock? I was like, who? What?
Yeah, obviously it's a
Thor looks like he can
from my
go
type,
in the sun. Like you would hate him.
I've always found Chris Hemsworth hot, which is surprising to me.
Okay, I just want to say to anybody out there, Chris Hemsworth is the kind of hot that is just like like you can't not find him attractive. That's silly. I'm not being crazy. I'm just saying he's not like your type. That's all. But obviously, anyone could see he's attractive.
But what we mean is basically the way that I find him attractive isn't in like an objective way that I can recognize people are hot. Like I can recognize any like incredibly good looking person as well. Like I genuinely
want to take sorry. Not going to say anything crude. I was going to say something really British and crude. But
it would be I'd be like, he's
but I feel like anyone on the planet there's some people
in a way I wouldn't say that about like Chris Evans, like Captain America. I can be like, I understand that he's obviously objectively really good looking. No.
Imagine if you were at a bar, right, in London and you're at the front of the bars after work drinks. Remember what everyone looks like? He turns around. You die.
I wouldn't die and I wouldn't want to sleep with him.
Any single one of the Avengers, I would pass out. Let's just put that on the record. I'd be like, what is going on?
I would be that woman at the end of the first Avengers that was like, I don't know what you guys are saying, but Captain America saved my life and I'll always love him. I'd be that woman. Yeah, of course. I'm not saying that. What I mean is it would only be at the moment when I saw him in real life that I'd be like, whoa. Whereas now I'm like, yeah, obviously he's super good looking.
Yeah.
Good looking man. Whereas Chris Hemsworth is like, I'm not explaining myself very well, but it's.
No, I get what you mean. I do get what you mean. No, he is to me, not so much in the first Captain America when he's CGI'd to a normal boy, like Pinocchio. Before the transformation.
Right,
like, what the hell is this? The first Avengers, first Captain America film didn't do so well on the old ratings. And I tried to, this is no shade to the Hulk, but because the first Hulk is the one with
Edward Norton.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's like a drama, like a superhero drama. Have you seen it?
Many years ago, so I don't remember it.
I was in it. First of all, guys, I was in the worst mood ever again. And I was trying to do some work and it was just on in the background. And I'm not joking, I like zoned out. At one point it was on mute and I was like, when did I mute it? That's no reflection on the film. What I'm saying is I couldn't even tell you if it was good or not because I was so not on planet Earth that I don't even know what happened. There were scenes, it was definitely more of a drama. That's all I remember. But I like the new Hulk for Marvel because I feel like, I don't know his name, not just because I find him again, he's sexy. A real life sexy for me. He's not like a Avengers actor sexy. He's like, oh my God. Shorty swing, but I'm not going to do that. Guys, we have to put a warning that the first 10 minutes were just objectifying the cast.
Yeah.
That's all we're doing. Oh my God, since we're objectifying, last one, Brownie's Honour. For some reason, I feel bad saying this because I realise he's a father of 4, but that's his problem. The second Captain America, so before this one, you get introduced to, I don't know his name, with the wings.
Oh, the Falcon.
The Falcon. Oh my God.
Yeah.
And it's not his name because I always call him Anthony Mackie and that's not his name.
Is it not?
Oh,
Anthony,
it is.
Yeah, Anthony Mackie.
Okay, maybe I always call him something else. And then I find out, okay, maybe I just didn't. But he's a bit of me.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll stop objectifying the cast now. obviously all of them are cast because they're super smoking hot. And then they go to the gym for like 9 years, because why can't there be like a normal superhero? Because even Deadpool, who's supposed to be like, oh, I'm Jack the Lad, he's still like ripped.
Yeah, who would be? Could there be a regular? I mean, there are some like in
Eternals.
Yeah, I guess, but no, not really.
But that's a bit different. Yeah, no, not really.
I think there's in when we start getting to like Doctor Strange territory, you get like but they're still
I'm
not.
so pissed off. I'm going to have to watch Doctor Strange, and this is no shade. This is very much a personal thing.
Do you not like Benedict Cumberbatch?
It's not him. It's what he represents. He's like my least. Oh, he's just such an Englishman. I'm just like, go away.
To enjoy it, but I actually thought it was pretty good.
But that's the thing. Like in terms of the story, I would think that's the most interesting. Like the idea of like bending time and stuff.
Yeah,
that's the one you want to watch the most. And I'm like, why did you? Benedict? And it's not his fault. It's not personal to him. It's the like genre of Englishman. Guys, if you lived here, you'd understand. I know the people who live here are like, what do you mean? I love Mendigo. He's such a down-to-earth chap. Okay.
Is this the same kind of level as like the Colin Firth?
I prefer Colin Firth by miles. I don't mind Colin Firth. There's something about Colin Firth that's quite likable. But that's also not fair, because I've realised that people being likeable is always your unconscious bias. It's not real. No one is likeable.
Are we? Is that the kind of category of British man we're talking about?
Way more tough than him.
Do you?
Yes, it's me 100%. No. I was going to call him Edward. I've just changed his name. He looks like an Edward.
More so than a Benedict. Come on.
No. Oh, you just hit the nail on the head.
That name, he came out of the womb and they were like...
he did. That is a sweet name, though, I can't lie.
Yeah, Benedict. It's called Benedict Cumberbatch.
Makes you want to eat it. Anyway, I'm not going to say. But yeah.
Right, we're skipping forward to films that are just way in the future that aren't even part of this miniseries. So I think it's, again, it just starts off so abruptly. Oh, like boom, we're in Sarkovia and fighting.
Oh yeah, and I didn't know where they were. I think that's why you have to watch. It's literally a follow-on from the Captain America film, and a little bit, a teeny tiny bit from the Thor film. But you've seen the Thor film. I would say not really the Thor. The Thor thing they didn't explain. I'm like, okay, so he left. Loki pretended to be his dad, and they're just gonna like. Was that for us, the audience, to realise, oh my God, Loki's alive, because they're just not explaining it? I'm like, fine, okay.
Yeah.
But then it was definitely a follow-on from the Captain America. But even if you watch that, you'll watch it now and be like, is it? Because like also, in Captain America, S.H.I.E.L.D. collapses. They realise S.H.I.E.L.D. is corrupt because it's been like infiltrated by, sorry if I'm wrong, guys. This is someone who's watched the film. I'm
like
still not
very,
sure.
Very recently, within the past week.
I'm still not sure what the fuck is going on. It's, I don't know, by ex-Nazis, essentially. They've always had a hand in it.
So these are like the people, the Sarkovians, they've stolen they have a name.
There's a group, they're operating from Sarkovia, but that group that they kill at the beginning, and they say they're the last of it. They're like a militia, basically, that rise up as
can't remember what they're called.
Yeah, and because of that, S.H.I.E.L.D. is donezo, basically, because it's a corrupt organization. That's why our pal Fury is like not there really
in hiding.
Yeah, because he was like obviously the only solid agent.
Yeah. Oh, and also Agent Robin Shubatsky, who's actually called Maria Hill.
Yeah.
Whoa,
you know her name. Let's go, Maria. I've got to say, I love the name Maria. Always have, always will. I love that name.
Lovely name. One bit that did frustrate me was after Ultron comes in, kind of he's first gained consciousness and he's stumbling around into the party. Big fight scene. After the fighting's all done, Maria's there picking glass out of her feet. That is totally fair enough. Cut to like 5 minutes later.
I don't remember that.
5-10 minutes later, in the same dress, so it's obviously not fast forward in time. It's in the same moment. She's just debriefing Captain America and walking in her heels again. Like, you were just picking glass out of your feet. No sign of a limp, nothing.
She's a tough cookie, that one.
You're telling me.
If it were me, you'd know about it. Guys, yeah. I would be talking about it. That would be my main topic of conversation. I cannot believe my foot hurts so much.
So in any of the other films then, do we see a bit more of like the build up between Natasha, Black Widow, and a Humphrey fan? Okay, so that is just, they really just dropped that one and they're like, you know what we're missing in this? Romance. We need a romance story.
But to be fair, what a sexy couple.
Oh, I agree. Yeah, for sure. But
that's not the point. It's like,
yeah.
They try. I love that they were like, I know
they were selling it to me.
I think the way they tried to sell it. Sorry, guys. I don't want to say what I can smell because it'll sound like I'm saying I smell like that, but I can smell something and it makes me want to eat. Where is that coming from? Sorry. They sold it to us by giving her best friend a family.
Yes. So taking him out of the running. Hawkeye / Clint. Clint Barton. Yeah.
I'm going to call him Hawkeye.
Sure. You'll never remember Clint. You won't remember Hawkeye.
I will call him the Archer.
Yeah.
Clint. Oh, where did that come from? It was like, I thought they had a thing. Guys, remember, I've seen the last 2 Avengers and I thought that those 2 were together. So I don't know what I thought was happening.
They do have a very close friendship, and I'm not saying that men and women can't be friends, but
I know, but I thought they were building it up romantically. He has a wife who is also in those 2 films.
Yeah.
So like, I don't know why, but when we watched the first one, I was like, oh yeah, these 2 are a couple. No.
He's got a wife, but I'm not buying that. He's a cheater.
Finally, an affair, some spice. Obviously not. Oh my God, I was genuinely thinking this the other day. How come superheroes don't cheat? That's not realistic.
With their partners or in life or
on
what
their
do you mean?
partners.
Well, how many superheroes have partners?
I mean, that Lois Lane thing had that Superman guy in a chokehold.
Spider-Man. It took them forever to get together.
True. I just always felt like every adaptation just focus on the part where they're getting together rather than afterwards.
Oh, they're like, oh God, yeah. So I guess this is a thing now, and I don't really like you. You're always spending a lot of time not at home.
Oh my God! And the 60s Superman that I've read, the only little bit I've read, what a dick! What a fucking dick! Sorry, guys, but yeah, I just think it's unrealistic that these superheroes aren't cheating. You're telling me?
There's definitely some workplace. Well, yeah, case in point, yeah, workplace romances, and
it's like if you were anyone who's like really like well known, like even if you're like a freaking Formula 1 driver, you know that man is cheating. You're telling me that Thor is faithful.
You're telling me that Thor didn't sleep with the doctor who was fangirling Helen.
Not even once. But then again, like obviously, like these people are also real people. I'm not insinuating that they can't be faithful in there. Because I've just realised that sort of sounds like I'm saying I'm not. This is not that kind of podcast.
At that point as well, Thor isn't really attached to Natalie Portman, is he?
She has him by the throat on his knee.
That is true.
From like the second he meets her, he makes like a couple jokes. She's like, who is this guy? And it's like, okay, we're in love. It's usually how it goes. Then again, it probably would have gone for it. Oh, I'm not going to sound like I sound like an incel if I say that.
No, it's not Infinity War. I think it's Endgame. We do get maybe a more realistic Thor, don't we?
Can't remember. Is that when he loses all faith?
Yeah.
That's me in the corner.
And he kind of, just gets a bit softer around the edges, a bit doughier,
Yeah, it's
he
when
stops
he's like
washing
enough.
and
I am hardcore Thor right now.
I can relate.
But God damn it, I will shower.
See, finally a relatable character. And I like that they did it to Thor.
Yeah.
I think he was the only one that they could have done it to, because
Captain America is gagging. He has issues, like he does.
Yeah, but they couldn't. He's just not, as a character, funny enough. He's not. I think,
because they have to make
kind of like self-deprecating
gaining weight
enough.
a joke.
He has to.
We're so fatphobic that this has to be funny.
Well, they can't make the all-American
ideal.
Like, God, like,
yeah, I guess. But I feel like if it was a darker show, Captain America would 100% have had some sort of drug problem. He just seems like the type he definitely has it in, like, a darkness in him. Sorry.
Yeah.
I'm not saying anybody on drugs has a darkness in them. What I mean is, like, he has, like, because he's so, like, he seems really empathetic and just, like, overly invested in other people's lives, and he tries to control outcomes so much. So I think somebody like that, not that I could possibly relate, somebody like that is, like, vulnerable for, like,
he
I feel
wants to always be the
hero,
kind of courageous hero, like, leader as well.
He feels like that's
the hero,
his
the
duty.
leader.
He's
the one that he's responsible for everybody.
Yeah, he genuinely feels like he's responsible for everyone, and everyone should be like that.
Sir, we didn't ask you to do this.
Yeah, but bless his heart, he is brave.
Yeah. And Tony Stark just pisses him off, just pushes his buttons constantly.
Yeah, but Tony Stark, you've got to remember, Tony Stark is like, they make Tony Stark seem like durable, but he's in real life, he's like Elon Musk. Like, go away. The Teslatron or whatever he's called. That would annoy you. I would love a realistic Marvel. Like, what is an army guy from the 30? When was World War II? 45.
40s. No, started in 30.
41 to 45. Oh, 39 to 45.
Yeah. Well, depends when the Americans that is
when America joined.
But the Americans joined later. So in terms of Captain America, it didn't start in 1930.
Oh, but let me tell you, he makes himself. That's what I was actually thinking. Is Captain America, like, not so much to me, but, like, imagine if, like, your ancestors or whatever had lived through, like, World War II and stuff, especially like the Holocaust, and you saw this film, wouldn't you be like, this is in such poor taste? Like, why are you remaking the fucking... Anyway, whatever. Sorry, I don't mean to.
Well, that was my point with in the first Avengers film, when Captain America makes the
there's only one God, man.
Well, that, but then also with when Loki's in Germany and then Captain America's suddenly like, the last time I stood up to a German or something.
Right, I've been taken.
You have. Okay. It's over.
Let me tell you, propaganda works.
Yeah, you were brainwashed.
I've been brainwashed. And not for the first time in my life.
Another Captain America comment that was made. I can't remember.
He is. Anyway. No, I'm not going to go back to his looks. So it starts. We have no idea what the fuck is going on. The bit that made me laugh was when they were like, Captain America was like, you're going to get in trouble for illegally experimenting on humans. And I was like, you're literally a human experiment. And then he does clear up later.
Yeah.
But it's just the fact, I was like, but why can America do that? It's not illegal when you guys are doing it. But now... But then I didn't realize also, even though I'd seen the film before and I should have recognized the villain, who it was. I think they're like a known... Oh my God, not to get too deep. I was going to say a known terrorist organization. I was like, yeah, but who decides who's a terrorist? And I was like going into panic. But yeah, I like this film because it gets less about the political stuff on Earth, which from a superhero perspective, we're never going to fully agree. And it goes more towards like the weird space stuff that makes no sense and doesn't need to be explained.
Yeah, like suddenly, how did Thor get from the fever dream that he had?
Yeah.
How was he suddenly like, I saw something, I need to figure it out? And then what he figures out is the whole Infinity Stone thing. I'm like, where was the connection to that in your dream?
I got it a little bit, except for I felt like the bits where the 5 stones are all that was a bit of a leap for me. I thought it was cute that like all the stones had been incorporated and we're like, oh, I get it inside each of these things is a stone. I thought that was cute, but yeah, you're right. It was a bit like, and then I'm just going to stretch a little bit and boo.
Yeah, you were in your dream, you were back on Asgard having some kind of like fucking...
Everyone was dead.
Back in it. Yeah, but they were also having the party, no?
Yeah, it was like they were trying to do that season 2 True Blood thing.
Yeah.
Of like death orgy.
Sexy party, exactly.
I love a death orgy.
Yeah.
I've also been thinking Le fool, I'm afraid I've been thinking. We have to get that as a drop.
A dangerous pastime.
I know. That maybe stretch that a bit. My bad. That's why I was not cast as Gaston in the live action Disney film. I definitely have the neck for it.
They really should consider it if they want to do something really progressive and groundbreaking.
Oh my God, I'd be such a good Gaston.
I can see it.
I can see it too. I can also, Belle rejects me. You're a dead woman.
Yeah.
Not femicide. I'm a really bitchy Gaston. Oh, you haven't heard the last of this, Belle. We grew up in a village and you've never been to school. I know you're not reading those books, so I'm coming.
Everyone's going to know your business.
Oh God. Also, her dad wasn't that nice. He was probably horrible.
Maurice?
Yeah, like
it was awful. He like no, okay, sweet old man, but also if we think about it, she couldn't leave him alone. She couldn't leave his house. She was constantly having to look after him. She couldn't have a life of her own.
Yeah.
And he just expected all of this from her. There was no kind of acknowledgement of, oh, what are the sacrifices you're giving up for me? It was just like, oh yeah, of course this is how it is.
He did like in the cartoon. He was so much sweeter in the cartoon. Oh my God. But he was like trying to encourage her.
Yeah, but like, the minute she steps out, he'd be like, wait,
oh yeah, she's staying
dinner.
In my house.
Yeah.
No, where's my dinner?
Do you know what's so funny? So while I was away last week, I was doing a lot of the Airbnb we were staying in was gorgeous. It had a yoga room. So I was doing some yoga every day and doing some meditations. And when I was like, doing in like Shavasana or doing meditations, I just kept thinking like, in the scene when the beast turns into the prince. And he kind of like, what an awakening. Except not at the time, because
in the opposite way. I was like, yeah, maybe I don't like men.
Maybe I like beasts. Turns out they're the same thing.
And they never transform into a prince. That is also propaganda.
The beast, God knows what his real name is.
Prince Frederick. I made that up, but it sounds right.
Rumpelstiltskin.
Oh my God, Once Upon a Time it would. Oh, it was!
It is!
Oh my God. Please tell your story, because now I'm tempted to tell you a terrible story.
When the beast, like he gets like swept up in the air in the magic, and he starts transforming, and the like light starts pouring out of all his like hair comes off, lights pouring out of his fingers and toes. I just kept like imagining, I kept feeling that sense of like light, like shooting out of my fingers and toes, like in that moment.
I can't
a real
believe
transformation.
That's so nice, because I now relate that to Sucky Stackhouse. True Blood is taking over my whole being.
Watched it recently.
I feel like I watched it again in lockdown. The first one. When you came in the air.
Yeah, when no. Don't know what you've done to me.
But I know this much is true.
I
want
to do bad
things.
things.
Again, too low for me. You're like, whoa. And then that fucking the decay, all the scenes.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
Enough. We get it.
And
they're vampires.
Writhing around. Yeah.
Sorry about that, guys. Back to the Infinity Stone War.
Age of Ultron.
Oh, so it's all the same storyline.
In the first one, we had budget, well, not budget at all, but we had what you call
very expensive,
just rip off Star Wars. And then this time around, we have basically the same thing, except they've replaced aliens with robots,
which I prefer.
And we're in Sokovia, not
Wait. When is there aliens? When are there robots in the Age of Ultron?
What do you mean that all of the what else would you call the suits? The Iron Man suits that get taken over, like Ultron literally infects them. Or not infects them. Well, yeah, that's a virus. I mean, there is
completely forgot the middle of the film. That was this film. Okay, so this film was all about the birth of Vision.
Yeah, so towards the end, I felt like that's when it got good, because I'd forgotten that that's how Vision came into being. Yeah, and that's how he has the Mind Stone. But
I would say that's
this a commentary on artificial intelligence, I guess, and also trust.
I think it was okay.
I think, is that why Captain America falls out with Iron Man, because he didn't tell him what they were? I
haven't got on to Civil War yet, but
I bet that has something to do with it.
So far in 2 films, so probably.
It's been a long time coming.
And you know how Marvel films like to introduce a completely new concept very quickly at the beginning of the film. You're like, oh, okay, cool. Sure, so it's probably about something completely different.
Yeah, could be. Obviously, now we've introduced one of the best characters in the Marvel franchise, I think, Wanda.
Okay, when she comes in, she's not giving, because that accent is
not at all.
Well,
let's not talk about the accent or the accent, because the accent drops in and out a lot, I thought.
Painfully so.
Yeah.
But there's a lot going on, so you can focus on other things.
In terms of her powers, though, she definitely is up there with
100%.
She's got the best powers. She actually has powers, whereas a lot of the rest of them
X-Men. Half mutant, sorry. Remember, she's Magneto's daughter. Like her brother in this.
God, I keep forgetting that. But
I don't know if they'll introduce that. I don't know if they'll introduce that. Who's that?
No, they actually don't, because remember, unless they're going to completely change it, her parents, I don't think they introduced it in WandaVision, and I think
no, they haven't up to phase 4. Have you seen don't tell me what happens, I really want to watch it. It's out on Disney Plus this month. Have you seen the Multiverse Madness?
No, not yet, but I really want to see it as well.
Hopefully that will answer some questions on her.
Yeah, we need some questions answered. But she's like magic.
Yeah, she's lit. No, her powers are cool. But her brothers as well.
Yeah, Quicksilver.
Thank you for saying his name, because I was surprised for just one film how much I loved that character. Like, I really, out of everyone, enjoyed him probably one of the most, one of the best characters in this film.
Yeah, that was a devastating blow. Like, when he died, I felt that. With Wanda, that she sold it then to me. She
when she screamed out.
I felt that.
Honey, if you've seen one Nollywood film, you've seen them all. Okay, next. I've seen way better screams than that in Nollywood. Like, it's always like a son will die and the mother will feel it in somewhere else.
Yeah.
And then that's when they sell it to you. They're like, this is how I earn my check. So this was the Terminator film. So the last one was Star Wars. This was the Terminator. And they once again destroy. The funny thing is, the first time they destroyed New York. I know it wasn't their fault, but like in a funny way, it's like they did destroy New York.
Oh my God.
This time, I feel like they destroyed like 2 different cities.
Where did the Hulk go? Where was he destroying?
That's the thing. I rewound it, and I'm sure it said on the coast of Africa.
How did he get there from fucking Sarkovia?
No, they travelled there to get something.
They travelled to Sarkovia to get something.
No,
they travelled to Sarkovia to
defeat those guys,
because that's where Ultron had gone.
And
but then they had was in was hanging back because they didn't want him to go full green, because what's his face, fucking Captain America, is like, right, we need to get in there, no civilian casualties, this is literally about just getting the casket, getting Natasha, and we're getting out. We're not going to cause any fucking ruckus, we're not going to cause any destruction, please.
Why
you are the
there?
Avengers, you can't, because Ultron had grabbed her, or one of the robots had grabbed her when she was going into Avengers.
We have to go back to the timeline. Okay, so first they're in Sokovia, they're fighting that militia, wherever, they defeat them. And then while they're fighting them, they all have visions. Is that what happens? Wanda fights with them?
No,
okay, what happens?
Only Tony Stark has a vision. Is this right at the very beginning?
that everyone's dead. Yeah. And then after that, he creates Ultron.
The scepter or the staff, whatever they call it.
Yeah.
Because Wanda wants him to.
Okay.
And then he takes it back to whatever. I think he's sort of already created Ultron, maybe. But
he uses it.
And then Ultron.
He doesn't create. What's his face? Green Man actually does it more of the work, I think, with that.
Bruce Banner. Hulk. Anyway, between the two of them,
so they get Ultron done, but then they have to leave. And where do they go?
So Ultron.
Oh, they went to a party.
They were at some kind of rap party. I don't know. And everyone's trying to.
Oh my God! I have to say, this is so cheesy, but you know the not Iron Man, but other Iron Man. What's his name?
War Machine. Don Cheadle.
War Machine. Yeah.
Yeah. Rhodey.
How do they get these actors? Anyway, sorry. Big names. His story, you know, when he tells a story and then he says, sorry guys, I've really been taken by Marvel humor. He says, they don't laugh, and he's like, why do I even hang out with you guys? I don't know why, but that made me laugh so much. Sorry, to the fact that I can't remember what happened in the film and I can remember that. That was so funny to me. And then he tells it to other people and they laugh, and he's like, thank you. That's what it feels like sometimes when you're with friends and they're looking at you like, shut the fuck up. You're like, I'm funny.
We come for the action, we stay for the subtlety, the subtle humour.
Oh God. Yeah. Sorry. I'm so sorry to interrupt the whole thing. Okay. So the party, they're all picking up Thor's hammer. Yeah. None of them are sexy enough.
But Thor's a bit like, shit, Captain America might be sexy enough.
Oh, I thought what had happened was Captain America did move it a little bit, but then it didn't come out.
Yeah, so Thor's a bit like, shit, he might actually be sexy enough to move my fucking hammer.
Which is your assessment as well. He's sexy, but he's not sexy enough.
Thor's like, is he sexy? Okay, no, I'm still okay.
I'm still the sexiest.
Yeah, my hammer's still down. It's fine.
Oh my God.
But that's setting up, obviously, for later on in the series where they then have to be like, no, Captain America is worthy, which pissed me off.
No,
this is going in. No, yeah, this is going. We're fast forwarding to Endgame, so I get. We'll speak. I'll bring this up when we get there. But I think they're kind of setting up this thing where it's like,
I thought they were just. I don't think they thought that. unless it's in the comic, and then I'll believe it was written that way. I thought it was because Vision, I think it is written, but Vision, it was setting up Vision in this film to be like, oh my God, an angel.
I would have thought that if it hadn't been for that slight, the slight movement and Thor being like, oh shit, he might actually move it, because that is a big deal in Endgame.
Yeah.
And it's all just to prove Captain America really is the fucking worthiest. He's as worthy as a god.
Honestly, watch his origin story, man. He's not that bad. He's a nice guy. There's a bit in his origin story. So they're trying to pick the person who they're going to experiment on. And he's really scrawny and he wants to go to war. And then the guy comes in and he's doing his assessment or whatever, because he's trying to blag it to get in the army, even though he's already been rejected. And then the guy who's like secretly, obviously, really scouting for who's going to be Captain America is like, so you want to kill some Nazis? And he's like, I don't want to kill anyone.
Is that not Howard Stark? Is it, what's his name from Mad Men? Is he in it?
I feel like he was in, with the cool glasses. He always wears cool glasses, really thick cool glasses. He has like a bald head.
No.
Another bald man that's booked and busy, by the way. Not having a single problem. So what? He couldn't be Thor. Who could? Really? Come on.
He's still putting food on the table.
Honestly. I'm sorry. No, I can't remember his name. You'd know him if you saw him. He's like a known actor. You know, I don't know any actors' names except for I was about to say except for Donald Draper, who isn't a real person. My bad. But so the guy who's scout, he says that and he's like, I don't want to kill anybody. He basically, the way he's not like, he just comes across as a very really naive, sweet guy. No, not even naive. Like it's not like what I thought. He was like, I'm American and I'm brave. He's like, no, I just like genuinely like, this is like a really bad situation. I just want to help. Like, it's not like I'm like, I'm going to go and kill people. Like, he doesn't want to kill anybody.
No, and I can believe that, because that's not what Captain America is about either.
He's so sweet, honestly. And his love story, I did write down a question for you, which I'll ask after I say this. His love story is kind of sexy, but they don't actually end up getting together because she's so bloody old by the time he wakes up.
Yeah, that's sad. But, well,
I shouldn't say that because she has early onset dementia. I think it's early anyway, because she can still like talk to him.
He has her time with her in the end.
Oh, pew, pew, pew. Once again, can't remember any of the films I say I love. Love them. Couldn't tell you the plot.
But you haven't seen Endgame in a while, so.
And I feel like I didn't watch the whole of Endgame. I watched most of it because, you know, it is 19 hours long. I was going to say something.
You can ask me a question, I guess, about Peggy Carter's wife. Yeah.
No. I was going to say, this is a problematic question that is once again asking you to objectify the actors in the Avengers.
That's the title of this episode.
Whose sex tape are you trying to watch consensually?
Is this in character?
Oh, absolutely. I don't want to see any. I don't know, in character, because they're superheroes, you can kind of sex it up. I don't want to see any of their real life sex tapes. No shade. It just makes
because I want the outfits as well.
Yeah, I want them. I know their characters. I don't know them.
Why couldn't
because I think you'd want to see Thor's sex tape.
Who wouldn't?
Would you want to see Loki's sex tape?
Yeah, come on.
To be honest, I'd want to see that because that would be hot, nasty,
with
and a complete mess. You know, he uses them for something. Yeah, I'd see Loki's
and
sex tape.
They like, you know, in reference that he's very
multi-gendered.
Very unpicky. He's very not unpicky is the right word. He's very.
That's definitely the word. Fluid.
Yeah, but it's not gender fluid. It's more.
Oh no, like sexuality wise.
Yeah. Pansexual is the correct term.
Yeah.
Well, and also I guess interspecies as well.
Yeah, because he's
really true definition. Yeah. Sorry, as if that's like the true definition of pansexuality is also having sex with aliens. Sorry,
look it up, guys. Look it up. Sex education brought to you by Wait, Rewind the Tape.
Do we believe in aliens? Obviously, I guess.
Obviously.
If we believe
I don't think they look like Loki. I mean, I'm sure there's a planet out there somewhere.
He's a shapeshifter, so, you know.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So with Loki,
I
you could then
want to
have
see
all of them.
Yeah, I need to watch Iron Man sex tape. Drop the tape.
With Pepper Potts. Stop it. We found that we couldn't even get through their
because they wrote it. They should let me write this.
And choreograph.
Yeah. Oh, maybe not choreograph. I'm not that great in bed, but I can imagine things to say. Oh God. But yeah, I think for me, I was thinking, I want either want the Captain America sex tape.
You do want that.
I don't know. It would probably be very pleasant.
It would be a lovely.
It would be so innocent and sweet,
tender moment. Yeah. Sometimes that's you want to see a tender love scene.
True.
Yeah.
Or do I want the Black Widow and Hulk sex tape? But not when he's green.
Not a Hulk. Yeah. I think that would be impossible.
There is definitely, I promise you, there is I always forget what it's called, but an animated version where I promise you where his penis transforms. I promise you.
Do you mean you promise me like you say you know
no, I haven't seen it. I'm saying I know my spirit it exists. Yes. If I know my pornography, I think I do.
Where we're just looking at him as the man, but then a giant green.
Literally, it will just grow. Oh my God. Animated porn is so funny. Oh God. Anyway, sorry.
Who's getting on that?
Loads of people.
No, I mean physically who is getting on that dick? No, who's watching it? Who's that,
I'm not gonna lie, I haven't seen that much animated porn just because why would I spend hours watching something that's not for me? And I get that it's an art form, it really is, but you know what I mean. But I have seen one where I think this was like the first one I was like, you know what, let me just see what this is about. It's like as the penis grows, it was like a man-woman situation. I don't know if it was a man species. Definitely male.
A penis and vagina
in alignment with human mammals. Yeah.
Okay.
But she was still on that. It just like grew really big and baby. It's like quite funny because I'm childish. I was like, this is
but
funny.
How big are we talking? Like Hulk big?
No, like bigger than the Hulk. Like, so she's like, okay, do you remember that scene? This is the only comparison I can think of is it Scary Movie 2? Or maybe it's the first one where there's so much semen that she's like stuck to the ceiling.
Oh yeah. Okay.
It's like that's how high the penis goes. I'm not joking. I'm like,
she was on it.
It?
Well, it was in her.
Yeah. Yeah, it's animated. Anything can happen.
Sure.
Sorry, guys. This is not the episode you tuned in for. Wow. You never know where it's going to go.
I just don't have that much. I don't think I've got that much to say about the film. And all the things that I was going to say have just plumb gone out of my head.
Let's go back to the timeline. Okay, so they've left. They're in the party and then Ultron creates itself.
Yeah,
and kills Jeffrey.
Jarvis.
Okay, because basically Jarvis is like Jeffrey from the Fresh Prince. If the Fresh Prince existed within the Marvel universe, does that make sense?
You mean he's the butler?
Yeah, because he's like a butler, like British butler,
but
isn't he?
More than a butler, way more than a butler. Like you couldn't function without Jeffrey, and you couldn't function without Jarvis.
But all butlers are more than butlers. Like they're basically like personal, like executive, everything.
The CEO of your life
basically. Yeah, they run your household and your life, your business.
Mm-hmm.
It's a very full-on job.
Yeah.
Can do it.
Poor Jarvis.
I'm probably like 9 people's butlers as I sit here. I just don't realise. Born for a butler's life. No shade to butlers. They get paid way more than I do.
Yeah. Ultron's
Ultron comes on the speakerphone and he's like, listen up, bitch. While you were sipping and drinking and kikiing, I was forming.
I mean,
he says it loud
in front of them.
Oh, he walks out.
Mean he's like, he's like all, mangled. And
he's doing the robot.
Actually, because he is a robot, in case you didn't notice, Ruth, which you didn't.
What did I notice, please? Okay, so he exists on the internet and he has access to everybody's broadband. So he's
singing that song. What is it like? I don't know.
And the beat goes
string. I'm whatever. I don't know.
What the Pinocchio song.
Is that what it is?
Yes.
I don't know. Yeah.
I don't have.
Something about not having strings. Yeah. He's everywhere. Whatever.
I got no strings on me. It's a classic. Sorry, it's actually good. It's very creepy.
So where is Ultron getting all of these fucking Iron Man like clones? It's oh my god! Do you know what it is? It is Star Wars because it's Attack of the Clones. It's Clone Wars.
Oh, okay. Who did it first?
Yeah, come on. Let's be honest with yourself. Obviously Star Wars did it first.
Star Wars didn't come out till the 70s.
So Star Wars did it first. Because I'm pretty sure.
Didn't Stan Lee write the...
right. Do you mean, okay, in terms of not the films, but how true to... Did Stan Lee in the comics, is this... how much of this is actually happening in actual comics?
What am I doing? This is too broad. This isn't a good quick Google search.
This is not the type of research we do on the fly.
Okay, I'll come back to you next week with that one. Oh, finally a question I want to answer. Normally when I note down a question, I'm like, I don't fucking care.
But yeah, like I said, where are all of these Iron Man clones coming from? Because I don't think that he has that many of them, but maybe
in Iron Man 3, he basically makes loads and loads of suits.
An army, right? So it sets up. He's setting up.
But then at the end of the film, they all explode. So, but maybe he has spurs. I don't know. It's confusing.
Well, and why is it only the Iron Man clones that Ultron can like infect with his spyware and not any other machine?
You wanted it to be like Bob the Builder, like the tractors are like, fuck you.
Yeah, why are the planes all fine and everything? It just feels a bit.
I see what you mean.
Convenient,
Oh, you're right.
Yeah.
They were like, honey, we've got a budget, but we are saving it. Have you seen the CGI?
And I know also with going back to Sokovia, I know they can't use necessarily real places.
Yeah.
But
it's too close, right?
Well, just like Sokovia, what? Does it border Genovia?
I don't know where Genovia is supposed to be, but I always thought Sokovia was...
where? Princess Diary.
Oh my God. I thought there was a country that used to be called Slovenia. Slovenia.
Slovenia. There still is.
Oh! My bad. In my defense, it has a population of 2.1 million. That doesn't make it right. I'm sorry. I'm trying to justify it. I can't.
We know somebody from Slovenia.
I've worked with 2 people from Slovenia.
Okay, apologies.
Some of the best, some of the best, I can't even say that because that feels offensive. But yeah, I was going to say some of the best embroidery work I've ever seen in my life. I mean it.
What? I don't think that's offensive.
Okay, cool. I mean, you don't want to be known for your like stereotype skills.
But people say that about, I don't know, I guess India. Wow, amazing food. Great food.
I'm not being funny with the food slabs, let's be honest.
Exactly. And I'm sure like Indians would say, yeah, we're happy to, we stand.
Who do you think has, and I know this is a generic Twitter question, who has the best food in the world?
You can't, I think most.
We've had this conversation before.
Have we? I feel like general, you can't go wrong. Not many people will argue against it, and it doesn't disagree with too many people. Maybe apart from the dairy, would be like Italian food.
What? No shade. Love Italian. Oof, sorry, my bad. I feel like as soon as I said, I was like, that's risky. Some people say Italian food is like, some people, not as good Ethiopian food.
Oh, delicious.
But I don't know. I wouldn't have said that. I thought you were going to say Chinese food. Everybody loves Chinese food. There's so much of it.
Yeah.
You can't. There has to be a dish for everyone in Chinese food. But I mean, I eat West African food every single day of my life. So. I also love Jamaican food. I also love Korean.
Delicious.
Basically. I was going to say, if you can find it outside of Europe, I'll blow my plate. But that's not always true because we went to, there's that East London, that little, I want to say it's Hungarian. It was good. Polish food is also nice. Okay, I just like food.
Yeah, we just did. Back to Age of Ultron. What else is there to say?
He is like, I'm basically going off. If you create a monster, I'm going off. Then Iron Man and Captain America get into it.
Yeah, because Captain America's like,
between those two. No, joking.
You lied to me. My friends don't often tell me anything.
I get it though. He's like, God damn, can somebody just tell me the truth? I've just been unfrozen. I don't know this.
But also at the same time, sometimes maybe Tony Stark is a bit like, not me defending Tony Stark. He's like, okay, not all my life has to be the Avengers. I do have my own thing outside of this. Can I please?
I'm so on Captain America's side because it's just like, you
created artificial intelligence. You can't not
privatize superheroes. I'm joking. You can. They are literally that. It's like the government versus the private sector.
It is definitely, yeah, oh right. God. Yeah.
Unless it's the Tories, in which case, what's the difference?
All the Republicans, yeah.
Sorry, back to this plot. Okay, that's when I start to get shaky because that's when Ultron meets Wanda and Quicksilver and they join his cause. Yeah, because like that sounds like a good plan.
And I think that's sort of what Wanda wanted. I don't know. Like she let Tony Stark take the Infinity Stone scepter, and I'm not sure.
Oh, you thought?
Why. I don't.
I thought it was just.
No, she definitely did because they say that's like the leader of the gang is like, you wanted him to take it. But I was doing a bunch
I thought he was just like gaslighting her. I could be wrong.
No, he definitely probably was, but I think she definitely did want him to take it. Because she was right there. She planted this thought in his head, and then when he took it, she was smiling. Anyway, we're very much near the beginning of the film still. We've got a lot to get through if we're going through this timeline. But I don't know how much help I can be.
So then how did they get then? Why? Then they went to get vibranium, right?
Yeah, so they went to get vibranium. They already had the Infinity Stone. Then they went to Korea. This is Ultron goes to Korea to find Helen, the doctor, because she's the one that can then print him a body.
Yeah,
essentially,
because he wants to create a new race.
Yeah, so that's when Wanda then kind of makes a connection between the consciousness of what will become Vision, and she sees a vision, and that's when she realizes, oh, Ultron is bad. But
that didn't make sense to me, because how could she see Vision's thought? Because she saw his thoughts, but then what she really saw, because the doctor was like, no, that's not him, that's just...
But he had the Mind Stone. So I think it's more like the Mind Stone, which is bending reality and
I guess Frederick or whatever his name was still in there. What's his name? Beavis? Iron Man's guy.
Jarvis. Yeah.
Jarvis. I knew it wasn't.
Yeah.
So Beavis sounds dumb, but I knew
Jarvis
it wasn't.
Didn't actually die. He was just underground. Didn't even realize that he was underground, undermining Ultron from within.
Which sounds
convenient.
Ridiculous. But then again, you have to suspend a belief. It is a comic book. Anything can happen. That's part of the fun. So then Vision comes to life and Wanda's like, let me sit on that.
Right? That was a sexual awakening. The look that she gave him.
I didn't even see it.
Well, she did. She gives him a look.
He did look hot, to be fair. I wasn't expecting him to look like that. He looked good. Another Englishman who could keep it. Yeah.
But as Vision.
Smoking hot.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll drop the smoking, but we are not here to objectify these people. So I'm talking to myself, by the way. So then they have to do the final battle in Skarkovia. Sorry if I'm saying it wrong.
Skarkovia.
And it's all about landing, instead of landing a plane, which is usually the trope in a film, they have to land the island. And they have to
island that's broken away from the mainland to rise into the sky,
to drop it. I'm sure there's easier ways to
I don't understand how Iron Man is so fucking strong. How is he able to hold up a whole chunk of land?
Oh, I didn't mean he was holding it.
Well, I think not, and in parts. He gets bashed around so much as well.
That suit is good. I think the suit is actually quite believable. It makes sense. I mean, you think about it.
But what doesn't make sense, what I don't know, so, before all of this has happened, before Wanda Quicksilver come over to the Avengers side, they Wanda gives everybody their visions, apart from Hawkeye.
Okay, when does that happen?
Fuck you.
But what battle was that?
That was I can't. That was
a huge fight.
It was a huge fight.
And I can't remember why they were fighting.
It's when it's fairly early on, maybe like a third of the way through, I think, when Ultron has gone and it has met with Quicksilver and Wanda, and the Avengers were like, right, now we've got to go find him. Don't worry though, he's giving loads off, and then they find him, and him and Iron Man like really like go at it. And that's why Iron Man doesn't get the Vision treatment again, because he's already had it, and B, he's not there. But everybody, everybody else does, except for Hawkeye. And I actually have to say, I don't mind Hawkeye. I thought I didn't like him, but I like him now.
He's so lovable.
I think maybe I always did.
Yeah, he's cool.
Anyway,
the only one who seems like well balanced.
Then Wanda is like, you know what? Oh, because after Hawkeye kind of puts the arrow on her head, and Quicksilver gets her out of the way. And she's like, no, I can keep going. I want to finish the plan. I want to get the big guy. And then she obviously, does a mind control on the Hulk. And then he goes crazy, but it's not explained. Like, how is it that he gets from Sokovia, which I'm presuming is somewhere within...
I don't think that's where they were. I feel like they got a boat. They got on a boat to go to... it really pissed me off that they just said the coast of Africa. I was like, where is this?
You're right. They're not there because they go to Sokovia to get Black Widow. You're right.
Yeah. But I thought the visions were cool. It just makes Wanda's powers way more confusing.
Sexy mythical orgy.
I didn't like that one. I like the one where everyone was dead. I was like, oh, that's an omen. Which everyone did die.
This Ragnarok hasn't happened yet, has it?
No. That's next up.
Yeah.
All that's happened is the last film was, I think, the first Guardian of the Galaxies. And then included in phase 2 is Ant-Man, but I was going to watch. It's after this film,
It's
and
after,
I didn't want to forget this film because I've done such a good job of remembering. I just didn't want to forget anything.
Guys, are you following along with us?
Yeah.
Do you, if you haven't seen the film, do you feel like you have now after our commentary?
Oh God, this is okay. But I guess when you put it, I thought this was all right. I prefer Shit Terminator. I thought it was all right. I liked it. I thought it was way better. But yeah. I mean, yes, Wanda's accent was horrendous.
Distracted. But her powers more than make up for it. And also the fact that
she doesn't speak that much.
And we've seen WandaVision and we loved that.
Yeah, I loved it.
Forgive her. Well, not forgive her, but you kind of like, you'll accept more. You'll let a lot of things slide here because you know where it
seemed so bad was because Quicksilver's wasn't. It made it good. It made it feel okay.
He's sexy. Aaron, whatever he's called.
I've never seen him before, honestly.
Oh my God, I've always found him very attractive. He's in you've definitely seen Angus Thongs and Full Frontal Kissing.
No, I've read the book.
Well, obviously. Classic literature.
Classic.
I've read that book.
I only read the best.
I'd reread that book, to be honest.
I did too. It's funny.
Oh well, yeah. You should watch the series. He's in that.
Yeah. What was I going to say? I can't remember. But yeah, it was cute. I didn't mind it. It was very, very funny when Fury just came up with a giant spaceship.
What was essentially, the old S.H.I.E.L.D. spaceship.
I found it funny.
Probably where he's been living.
No, he had it parked outside that barn. He was just sad.
Yeah.
That was so funny. He's just like, hey. He didn't say hey, by the way, but it's just like, oh, hey, I'm just here.
What I want to know
he would never.
The backstory for Hawkeye's wife.
They did spring that on us, but whatever.
No, because in Hawkeye, I think it was also an agent of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Oh, is that out?
Hawkeye?
Yeah, the TV series.
Yeah, it's been out for ages.
Oh, I thought that hadn't come out
yet. Came out at Christmas because it has a Christmassy theme.
Okay, I thought the ones that were out were Loki,
WandaVision,
Falcon,
Moon Knight,
the Winter Soldier.
Haven't seen that yet, but will.
Yeah, I thought they were the ones that I didn't think Hawkeye had come out yet.
Yeah.
Oh, they've done so many series. How is it? So I have no idea. Maybe it's way harder to do a film, but it's like a lot of episodes and time. It's just I can't believe they just banged out that many series at the same time. That's a lot.
It is a lot. And Miss Marvel's coming out.
Yeah.
When are we going to go into 5?
I don't know, because they're going to do a film about Miss Marvel, the Captain Marvel. Is that what she's called?
I think she's doing another film, yeah.
Yeah, the two of them are going to be in the same film. And I think they're going to be in the film with, her surname is Parrish. God, my memory's terrible. She's in WandaVision. Black.
The agent.
Yes,
yeah. I can't remember what she's called, but I know who you mean. Loved her.
I think her name's Tonya Parrish. But that's not her character name, so it doesn't make it. It's not helpful at all. It's not Tonya. It's something beginning with T. I definitely can't remember her character. Because she turns into something. Her eyes go like, oh. I love it when someone becomes a superhero and their eyes just light up. You're like, oh. What's going to happen next? I also can't believe I have to watch Spider-Man. Not because I think it'll be bad, because I think it'll actually be good. Just because it's another film where I can't believe how many hours of my life I've spent watching Spider-Man. Someone who is not that invested in Spider-Man as a character. I know that's controversial to say because he's like everyone's favorite, but my God, I've spent a lot of my life watching Spider-Man.
And just Marvel in general. But also,
I feel like more DC,
like,
Superman and Batman. Jesus Christ, how many versions have we watched?
True.
Even in our lifetimes.
Yeah, very true. I feel like I'm probably watching more Marvel now because there's also been like, Daredevil, Jessica Jones, Luke Cage,
Oh yeah, because
Iron
I actually
Fist,
thought they were DC,
Punisher.
but yeah, you're right.
Yeah, me too. But I would. Why not?
No, there's no way I've watched more because all the Batman stuff I've watched is ridiculous. And I used to watch the Batman cartoons. I guess we used to watch the Fantastic Four cartoon, but not as much. Used to watch. There was definitely a Superman cartoon. We've watched
Smallville, yeah.
New Adventures of Superman. It's a lot. There's no way it matches. The New Adventures of Superman alone. A classic television program. Oh God. I think that's probably in my mind the most Superman, which is ridiculous.
Who I think about when I think of Superman.
So
yeah.
How funny. Okay. Are we done with Age of
Ultron? Yeah. I don't have anything.
Disgusting. Yes. Looking forward to the next film.
Yep, your fave.
Infinity is the best. And I will argue that till the cows come home.
Yeah, now we're getting in other films as well, which is always good.
I'm finally going to watch Guardians of the Galaxy 2 because I started watching it twice with my cousin and I just couldn't get into it. Yeah.
So at the end of Age of Ultron, and I feel like they haven't started really properly doing, or maybe in the other films they have, to keep me honest, the like end Easter egg scenes.
They have. It's just I didn't realize they had until quite late, and I was like, when did this start?
They didn't do it for the first Avengers.
No,
because I purposely looked out for it, and then in this,
but that was still Universal.
Very, very, very short.
Yeah, that was still Universal,
right? So in this one, it's just Thanos getting the
which I thought was enough because I'm now completely ready for the main feast.
But what I want to know is, in Guardians of the Galaxy, because I haven't seen it in so long, have we already set up that Thanos is looking for the Infinity Stones?
Kind of, not fully. You don't know what he's really doing. You can kind of, because it's like in that film, there is one stone in particular that, his little sidekick wants, who's committing genocide.
Yeah.
So there is a stone, but it's not clear that it's like he wants all the stones. And I think it's in Age of Ultron where, I can't remember who says it, where it's like, it's not a coincidence. Clearly somebody is looking for all of these stones. Yeah. So it's just like, now it's just now we're going to get going to the main story.
Yeah. That is such a, for all the money they have for this film, that is such a budget glove. Come on.
Listen. A glove's a glove.
That is a real budget gauntlet. I can't. I every time I see it, I just can't express how disappointed I am. And even when they start putting the gems in, it just looks like one of those, really gaudy plastic pieces of jewelry or armor that's really bright, brassy gold coloring, but that it's going to be flaking off.
No, gold when it's polished up does look like that. No, it doesn't. I'm just thinking about it. It does look like a River Island accessory. Now I'm just seeing it in my head.
Yeah,
you're right. Yeah, you're right. With the
job
with the carve, he's got carvings on it, right?
Yeah. And because it's so big as well.
I mean, he's a big man. Am I sexually attracted? I thought about it, honey.
Would you want it?
No, his chin just stresses me out.
Yeah.
Would I want him to choke me? Absolutely.
With those hands, not with that gauntlet.
Oh my God, not full force. Jesus. But he would, psycho. Yeah, just a gentle choke.
That's how he kills.
Guys, don't mess up my weird sex thing, okay? That is not my fault.
Oh God, yeah. A lot. Do you know what? I think I might have to watch
all of them.
Ragnarok. before watching Infinity War, because then again it very much follows on, and Infinity War won't really click for me if I don't refresh my mind as to what happened there.
I think phase 3 is where it really gets to be. I'm not saying the others don't follow on, because the Captain America films are all a main part of the story, and every film has something that you need to know, but the Captain America films, it's like everything you need to know. But the I feel like phase 3 is when it gets like really, really interconnected.
And not just with the Avengers, it's also you need to know what's going on with the Guardians. And
but I feel like this film is just generally a bit more, because the storyline is so insane, it's more interesting, so you're more engrossed. So even if you don't get all of it, it's all right.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah. But again, a film that you have watched recently, which I thought was terrible, Eternals. So they've been there.
I am willing to die on this hill. That film is all right.
I'm willing to die on the film of this is an okay film.
It's decent film.
Not good.
This is what I'm getting. This is what confuses me a little bit. I get now I'm rewatching, like, well, after rewatching Guardians of the Galaxy, I 100% get it. I get what people were expecting, like a super light, funny film. It's not that kind of film. It's a bit more like of a drama. So
I don't mind it being a drama.
It's a bit like Doctor Who. I like it. I
think that it's more.
And remember, like
Cersei and Icarus are just not selling it to me.
Believe it. Do you know what? There is a part though, which is like a bit.
It's got your two faves in it.
That's the thing. I'm biased. As soon as you see them, I'm like, is this a 10 on IMDb or what?
When both Kit Harington and Richard Madden are the love interest.
I can't believe, like, Marv. Okay, this is the thing. If you're gonna, and also it's got, I don't know his name, but he's in what's Donald Glover's show? Paperboy.
Atlanta.
Yes. Oh, I have to find his name.
Oh, he's oh god, what's, I can't remember what his name is, but yeah, I know who you mean.
I have to get his name.
Like the tech guy.
Okay, his name is. I did not know this. Oh, I did know his name was Brian. Brian Tyree Henry.
Mm-hmm. And his character?
Oh, I don't care. There's too many Avengers. I mean, Eternals.
Like 9 of them. Yeah.
Yeah, but I liked it. And there was a really bad bit where it was like a flashback. And it was happening really quickly in a montage. And is it Icarus?
Yeah.
Looks to Cersei.
Yeah.
In a really weird way. But I couldn't stop laughing. I was like, this film has everything. It has the cringe, the lols. Like, I'm with it. Like, there are bits that are a bit like, oh my God, but I didn't mind them. It was very like, the bad bit's very like melodramatic, like soap opera-ish. Like, I don't mind that.
Yeah, true.
I liked it. I mean, I was like, this can't be the film, you guys. I want to watch another one. I liked it.
I think it will be another one because Harry Styles comes in at the end. That's it in the Easter egg.
Missed it, didn't watch it.
I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
What is my beef with Harry Styles as an actor? I haven't even seen him act. He might be amazing.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. It's just I feel like I'm having a personal vendetta against him because I think deep down I'm like, because I do think he's a good singer and stuff. Obviously, you know, I like his songs, but like I feel like it's just like, okay, I get it. You're a big pop star, but it doesn't mean you have to shit on all my favorite things. But that's just like not fair. He could be brilliant. So I'm just being a hater.
We'll reserve judgment because no doubt we'll definitely watch it.
Oh, 100%. And you know, I'll be the first one to say, I love Harry.
What I find annoying and again very convenient is just this whole, they'll reference the fact, obviously they can't ignore that the Avengers was a thing and that Endgame was a thing and Thanos tried to kill everybody and did. But they just, it's very like, you know, we can't interfere with the lives of humans. Like, but you've been fucking doing that for 7,000 years.
Okay, I think you're closer to the last Marvel films. And by the time I get there, I'm glad I watched that before I rewatched everything because it allowed me, it's been enough time where I don't really care. Do you know what I mean?
For me, watching them backwards, I just feel really like, sorry, but this massive thing is happening on Earth. Like
Welcome
the whole,
to Marvel.
like 50%
Nothing
of
makes
the Earth
sense.
has been extinct. The rest of the Avengers spend 5 years just like milling around and then decide to get together to fucking bring everybody back. And none of the rest of you fuckers, not the Defenders, not the Eternals, none of the rest of you supers are getting involved. It's just, I'm not buying it.
That's not my what business. I am busy. Okay.
The
Also,
Avengers is like, this is ours.
cannot wait for Kit. I hope Kit Harington has.
He's going to be a big, yeah. Is he going to be a villain?
Oh, I'd love that.
I think that, yeah, maybe.
Oh, how exciting. I'd love that. And they're bringing out a new Blade.
I liked him in that.
He definitely does.
Yeah.
They're bringing out a new Blade. I'm exciting. I'm exciting.
I'm exciting.
I'm like an android, honestly. I'm not a person.
But you don't realize that you're a robot.
No.
You don't even realize.
I'm like, why don't I experience things like everyone else? You're not. Oh my God, not me being Ultron. Okay, I want to end it with this pop culture tidbit that is a little bit gossipy, but the kind of gossip that I don't feel bad talking about because it's just ridiculous.
We've spent a whole hour just like objectifying the cast of
Avengers. But I do feel a bit bad for that. When I listen back, I'll be like, oh God.
Cringe, yeah. Cringe. Sorry, guys, but they're attractive.
That's why they're booked. No shade.
They are. You can see definitely in this film, the chemistry is coming together. They're also like
way better.
The fight scene choreography. Obviously, they are now working together as a team.
Yeah,
more. Like they've got their moves. Like, oh, we can all use the shield together. We can work together as a team. That was kind of
it
nicer
makes it
to watch.
So much more fun to watch.
Yeah,
100%.
The choreography, you have to give them props. No wonder they 100%. Have so many fucking fight scenes because, they really put a lot of effort into.
And it's like, I don't know if they do, but it looks like they do their own stunts.
I think they probably do a lot of them. I don't know if they would.
They probably legally aren't allowed to do
every single one of them.
But the fact that it looks like they do is just phenomenal in itself.
Shout
do you know
out
what I mean?
To stunt actors and stunt doubles for also doing the actually doing the most.
To be an Avenger, like physically, you have to get in such good shape.
To be an Avenger that also doesn't get the credit for being the Avenger, the unsung heroes.
Yeah,
I couldn't do it.
I can barely get through the day. Fuck that.
Is that a timer?
No, it's my ringtone. I just like to be mildly irritated when my phone rings.
Jesus, I couldn't take that.
It's always on Do Not Disturb. I hardly ever hear it.
Yeah.
There was one more thing.
Pop culture tidbit, slightly gossipy.
I'm kind of off it now, but there was the Liam Payne interview, and I don't care about the interview. I just want to say, like, there's something about Liam Payne's chaotic phase I do find mildly amusing. I know he's probably going through something serious behind the scenes, but it's just like he has that that white man delusion, that like overconfidence.
Yeah.
And there's just something about that I just find so funny. That's literally all I wanted to say. But the way people are making it sound on Twitter, and I try and stay off One Direction Twitter because you guys are too much. Like, you're really intense. I'm sorry.
The way they were making all it be themselves as well.
What do you mean?
Can people separate them from One Direction? I hope we've come far enough away from that.
Oh, that's the thing. Okay, so they have individual fan bases, all of them, every single one, like really strong fan bases. But there is still a huge One Direction fan base, huge. And then like they all have their favorites who they support. Like, it's insane.
Good for them.
Sorry. We're going to have to go because everyone's like...
Cut this.
Yeah.
Now.
Wrap it up. But
that's good news because we really don't have much more to say, but I am looking forward to the next installments.
Yeah, and like the films, the episodes will just get longer and make
Lo-
less sense. No, I'm joking.
more
I'm
and more
joking, I'm
rambly.
joking.
Once you're in the world, in the universe, though,
You're in
Marvel
it.
stuff is easy to watch. It's good.
Yeah.
Even the not great stuff, even the stuff that we've complained about endlessly, it's still watchable
It is. Like, it's
for a
enjoyable.
variety of different reasons. And that's our hot take. Not so hot.
Coming in hot.
Take it or leave it.
Oh.
And once again, let us know what you thought of Age of Ultron, and if you have a particular fan theory or fan favorite, we always want to hear from you.
Okay.
You never reach out. Anyway,
don't do that, because when they do, we'll be like, God. No, I'm joking. We won't. Yeah, I know.
No,
it's like, now we have to do things. No, I'm joking.
Cool. Well, we'll
okay.
Talk to you later.
Bye.
Bye. Wait. Ooh, rewind the tape.